Hello, folks. It's Patrick here with iCam Entertainment, and just purchased this camera about a week or two ago, and I'm gonna give you a rundown of the pros and cons of this new camera from Sony, which is the Sony HXR-NX30U. Um, it's a good small camera, but there are a few features that I wish um, that it had on this camera. And here are some of the features that I wish that Sony would have done is that the handle right here should be maybe an inch longer. So when you're holding the camera, you have a little bit more of the handle for steadiness. My hand's a pretty good size hand, but I imagine another guy with a bigger hand than mine, he would have a hard time holding it. And the next thing they wish they would have had on this handle was the on and off, uh, the starts and stop switch and the zoom switch up here. So when you're holding your camera like this, you're able to do all that instead of just using this stop and stop button and the zoom button up here. So in other words, you would have to use both hands to do all that, but with a simple uh, integration of all the zoom and the start and stop button and place them up here as well, this camera would be great. Next is that external mic. This camera comes with a mono external mic, but I'm replacing that with this ASDN MX10 stereo mic. In order for you to use the external mic, you have to plug what they call let's get this right, the active intelligence. Now here's what I don't like about the active intelligence is that if you want to use the internal mic, you have to unplug that for the internal mic to work. To me, I wish they would create or put a switch somewhere up here to switch between the two mics, internal or external. Next is the viewfinder. They're very small. It's very hard to see through it. It's not clear. Um, so to me, that's a cons right there. And also, their 3.5 millimeter mic and external mic jack and the headphone jack right here, they're in the way. When you have it plugged and you're holding it like this, it gets in the way. I wish they would put it somewhere up here um, for these two jacks right here. Therefore, that's a that's a cons for me. Um, the LCD screen is 3 inch. I wish it would have been bigger, maybe 3.5 or 4. Um, Prior to this camera, I had the Canon XA10. It's a great camera. It had all the features that this camera doesn't have, or the feature that I mentioned that this camera doesn't have. It's the same ballpark price, about $2,000. With this camera, they don't have it at the store level for any demo or any display. So I had to go to a specific store to buy this, and it's a special order camera, so I cannot return it. I buy it as is, but it does have the manufacturer warranty and all that stuff. I wish that they would have this camera at the store level so that I could compare with the Canon XA10 and this one. Um, you know, I wish that was the case, but I returned the Canon. I bought this. I don't want to say I regret returning the Canon, um, but I wish for the same price of the Canon, at least it has those options just like the Canon does. Um, this takes great still pictures at 24 megapixel resolution. Um, and the pros of this camera, it's very small. They list it at about a pound or so in weight. I think it's more than that. Um, it has a great steady shot stabilizer features. Like that a lot. Um, it takes all kinds of HD formats that it's available now today. The 60p, 60i, 24p, 30p, and all those HD flavors. This camera has it all. Um, it does project of all your recordings through a projector that comes with a camera right here. It works great. It works great if you know if you were to show this in a dark place with a nice white screen on it, or for camping. You just take your white screen, and this camera would work its magic when it's projected in a dark place onto a white screen. It does have the light LED light right there, which is great. It's good for between 3 to 5 feet. It's really bright. Has it work as a multiple features as a flash and a LED light when you film it in video mode. So, and it does take night shot as well. Other than that, you know, I wish I would have kept my Canon XA10 versus this. I I read what's online, what's the specs and features, and I go from there. Um, I guess the old saying goes, you get what you pay for. So I got what I pay for. Thank you. So if you have any other comments about this particular video, this particular camera, feel free to comment on it. Thank you.